Snow, snow, and more snow. Temps are expected to drop once the snow stops falling. We'll have your complete coverage.
New York is under a state of emergency this morning. What does this mean for our area?
And it isn't just in our area. Tens of millions of Americans are waking up in a winter wonderland this morning.
And the application known as Snapchat was hacked. We'll tell you what you need to know to see if your information was stolen.
Good morning, Twin Tiers. This is WENY News.
Good morning, Twin Cheers. We're looking at very cold temperatures to start off your day today. We're going to see wind chills throughout the day and into tonight in the negative 20-degree range. So make sure you bundle up. And in addition, we're going to see blowing snow throughout the day with the snow that we had on the ground throughout the day yesterday and last night. Temperature today, we're looking at 9 degrees for our 5-degree guarantee. We're going to cool it down tonight. -7 is what we're looking at for a low with mostly clear skies. Like I said, it's going to be windy out there. Winds out of the south 10 to 15, gusting upwards of 25, even 30 miles an hour. And wind chills. Oh, it's going to be very cold out there. We're under wind chill warnings and wind chill advisories. So stay tuned for our full forecast coming up.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, thanks a lot, Ryan. Obviously, we've been working pretty hard overnight here, trying to get everything situated.
That's for sure. Between the snow and the cold temperatures, we've been in for it the last few days.
Kelly, your car couldn't even handle it.
No, I didn't even. They had to pick me up in the news truck this morning because my car is just in my backyard, just covered with snow, surrounded by snow, and it's just a regular car. It's slippery.
We'd rather have you safe than sorry.
Thank you. I know. Pick it up in style in the news car on the way to work. So that was cool.
Nice.
All right. Well, moving on to our top story this morning. New York is under a state of emergency. Governor Andrew Cuomo issued the statewide message asking for New Yorkers to stay off the roads if you can. Snow, winds, and temperatures at the 0 mark were forecasted across much of the state overnight and into this morning. More locally, snow emergencies have been declared for Waverly and Athens. It will continue until further notice. Under the snow emergency, parking on village streets, avenues, and roadways is prohibited. Otherwise, you could be towed at your own expense. And in Tioga County, New York, the Sheriff's Office has issued a travel advisory. That means you should use extreme caution because the snow can limit visibility and conditions are hazardous. The city of Elmira is asking residents to help out snow plows by getting their cars off city streets. Free parking is available in the Centertown parking garage now through 5 p.m. tonight. People who have driveways are asked to park in them, and all other parking regulations remain in effect. The city also reminds people not to shovel snow into the streets.
So what does this state of emergency mean for us here in the southern tier? Well, nothing really. Everything should run smoothly as roads are cleared. According to our media partner WBNG, one local southern tier emergency services director, he says all it does is allow the state to reallocate money to areas in the state that need it most. The state needs to pay overtime for the Department of Transportation for deploying resources to places like New York City. It also allows state plows to plow non-state roads, and the emergency was placed mostly for areas near New York City where they're facing 45-mile-an-hour winds and blizzard-like conditions. Interstate 84 from Pennsylvania to Connecticut closed at midnight last night.
And Pennsylvania State Police are asking you not to call them to ask about road and weather information. They say it can tie up phone lines and manpower that can help with emergency calls. You can call PennDOT at 1-800-349-7623 for full updates.
Well, we're not out of the woods just yet when it comes to the snow, at least.
No, it's still coming. It's all. And if you haven't already, you'll want to make sure you're prepared for the coming days. According to WENY's Candace Cole, supplies are becoming sparse.
It's the first snowfall of the year, and already supplies are flying off the shelves.
We are getting low on supplies currently, hoping to get some more in for next week. But right now we have a lot of stuff that is off the shelves.
The Tractor Supply Company at Grand Central Plaza saw quite a rush, and if you haven't gotten what you need by now, time is running out.
Right now we have a few shovels, as you can see here behind me. We're out of rock salt temporarily. We do have some snow blowers, the gas ones, which seems to be the better ones. Our electric ones are out right now.
And they're not the only ones running low on supplies. I stopped by the Jubilee Foods in Horseheads to find some of their shelves thinning out as well. Staples like eggs and bread seem to be the most in demand. But if you weren't able to stock up on groceries this go-round, you can always call for a pizza. Just don't be too put off if it takes them a little while longer to get to you.
Delivery people use their own vehicle, and whatever it is they own, that's what they use. So that's why it takes a little longer. So we just do with what we can.
Candace Cole, WENY News.
The Tractor Supply Company will be open during their regular business hours today. When we last checked, they still have at least one snowblower and a couple of shovels left.
And New York's Attorney General is warning vendors against price gouging as people stock up on supplies and snow removal services. The AG wrote to the vendors Thursday, reminding them that general business law prohibits increasing the cost of essential items and services during natural disasters or other events that disrupt the market. The Attorney General asked those who notice sharp increases in the cost of items like food, water, gas, generators, batteries, and flashlights to file a complaint with his office. He said the rule also applies to services like tree trimming and snow plowing.
You're of course urged not to drive in these conditions, but oftentimes you simply don't have a choice. So we wanted to pass along some driving tips for you guys. First, do not use cruise control, especially on icy or snow-covered roads. The momentum the car on cruise control can cause you to lose control. And do not pass a plow. They might be spitting road salt on your car and going slow, but they have limited visibility in the truck, and the road in front of them is untreated and possibly dangerous. Be careful with four-wheel drive. You can still lose control while four-wheel drive is on. Its purpose is to help you get through the road, not go faster. And lastly, if you feel like you're skidding while braking, slowly ease off the brake and slowly reapply pressure to the brake pedal.
And from businesses to schools, the snow really shut things down yesterday, including nearly all of the local food pantries in our area. So where do people go if they need help in a snowstorm like this? Well, the Samaritan Center and Salvation Army in Elmira are two of the few food pantries that remained open for their regularly scheduled hours. People were able to make their monthly stops or grab daily items like bread or baked goods, and the Salvation Army got 2 new clients and a handful of regular ones stocking up on things like soup and bread yesterday. The Salvation Army helps anywhere from 700 to 900 families a month.
Usually the first of the month it dies right down to hardly anybody, but we've seen quite a few people come in the door today. And I'm feeling, because it is, because of the pantries closed, and I've even had other pantries ask me if I wanted to come and get breads and stuff to put on my tables and things because they were closing up for the day.
Dan says they plan on opening for their regular hours at 9 tomorrow, or this morning, excuse me. He says it's a good idea for people to plan ahead. And remember to stay with WENY News for all your latest on the snowstorm. We're always running around and we're running those latest school closings and delays at the bottom of our screen on both ABC and CBS. The WENY website is in place to help you look for the latest snow-related announcements, including the forecast and closings. The WENY Facebook and Twitter pages are also being constantly updated. Trust us, we're doing it ourselves. And WENY Morning Twin Tiers, that's us, starts today, and we did a good job, I feel like, yesterday. So we'll continue to do our best this morning.
Yes, they're still coming in. We are getting calls this morning, so keep an eye on our Facebook page. We just updated some before the show. All right, let's take a look at some of the stories you'll be reading in today's Star-Gazette. The latest on how locals dealt with the snowstorm and how they're preparing for the cleanup this morning. Meet the Ithaca couple whose triplets were the first babies of 2014 at Arnott Ogden Medical Center. And the woman who died in the Newfield New Year's Eve car accident is remembered for giving kindness and for being giving and having kindness. When you read the Star-Gazette, make sure to look out for Ryan's 5-degree guarantee.
All right, it's 6:09 here on our Friday morning. When we come back, Snapchat was hacked. We'll tell you where to go to check if your information was stolen.
And meteorologist Ryan Bells has your first warning weather right after the break. You're watching WENY News.